Hi you guys, it's Latoya. Welcome to my crafty space. I'm really excited to be here because I am just really excited to create. I've just been thinking about it all day and I'm like, okay, now I'm here. Now I can do something cool. Now these numbers are super cute. These were also an eBay purchase because the shop is no longer open, but I thought these numbers would look swell here on this cake. All right, you guys, it is the next day. I just could not go on with coloring. Yeah. Again, this being my first time stamping and coloring this cake. This is definitely it's a fun stamp and I love the style, but oh my goodness, it is a lot. But I'm glad I'm kind of tackling it. Now I did make a mistake here with my, well, I didn't make a mistake. I used the marker as it's intended, the colorless blender, because it was just way too dark over here for me. But when you use the colorless blender, what happens is it like eats away at it, the color, and then when you go to fill in the color, because as you can see I used a lighter color, it leaves like a streak line where the colorless blender ends. So yeah, I haven't taken any Copic classes or anything. I'm just really like, I'm literally just doing. I am just doing, and I'm recording it as I'm doing and making notes off to the side for my process, because I think I seriously used like so many of my purples on this card. It's insane, and I haven't played with purple much, and it's a hard color. It's almost like red to play with, but I'm happy. I have two different colors here going on. I have the frosting, the light purple, and I tried to give that a little definition with the tips, quote unquote, being darker and then having it a little lighter, but whatever. So luckily, I think my candles will cover this. I can get it to cover this, be a little slick. But here, I would love to fix this, like make it blend a little more. But honestly, you guys, there's just so much ink on this paper. I don't want to like saturate it anymore. And as you can see, I started bleeding through to my little scrap piece that, you know, I have on the back. So yeah. All right. So where I am now is I started going through some of my stamp sets because I was like, okay, I think I want like a word background or something. And I pulled out, this is one of the pre-made backgrounds that I have. I like to stamp out and just have a bunch of backgrounds in my stash, which I will show y'all. Now, like I said, I don't have pattern paper, but I like to make my own and play with my stamps. So these are some backgrounds that I have created with some of my stamps. I literally just browsed through that for something already pre-made to see if I would like it. And I think I like this dictionary background, and this is a Stampin' Up! Set. But because of, you know, my cake, and I'm not going to cut this down at all. I'm just going to turn it on its side, and you know what? It's fine. Words don't, and you can't even really read the words anyways. Like, you know, whatever, just turn things, it'll be fine. I really wish I had a happy birthday music sheet, but I do not. And when I did pair this with the music sheet, I didn't really like that turned, so I just decided to go with this here. So I think this will be cool. I still need to stamp the birthday candles because that's so super cute. And then, you know, my sis is 34. I'm trying to think if I'm going to house the cake on anything. And our cats are fighting. But I don't really think I am. Okay, so here's what's going on. I don't have a layout idea. The only idea I had was I knew I wanted to play with this stamp and I wanted to make a birthday card for my sister. And then that's when I incorporated, you know, this stamp here, which I'm using a lot of elements from, like the sentiments, the candles. I'm using the little light tip, and then I'm using my awesome birthday numbers from this stamp set here. So now I'm like, okay, I have down what I want to play with. What can I do with the space around it? So that's where I am. And that's why I have all of these stamps over here. So although I have a word background, you can't make out the words, and it's a little grunged. So if I have just a solid word, maybe like border, where you can clearly make out what it is and where it's striking, I think I'll be happy with that. I was thinking maybe I want stripes or something, or like dots, but honestly, I don't want any of that. I just want my cake to be the focal point and the things on the cake to just stand out, and everything else just kind of sit in the background. So first off, let me get this stamp here so I can stamp this on white, house this on white, and then I think I'm actually going to heat emboss the words birthday candles, because I need it to really sit on top of this all this marker I have down. And I think me just plainly stamping it with black ink, it's going to sit there and get lost, or not be as pronounced as I want it to be. So that is the plan. Let's see if I can execute this. Goodness. Oh, and the reason, like I said, I brought these out is because I was trying to see the sentiments in these stamp sets, if any of them were like happy birthday, you know, anything like that. And okay, and I decided to use what I think I might use is this sentiment, have your cake and eat it too, and just have that spanning across the bottom and at the top. Again, I don't know why, I'm like, that's the space I have to work with, let me just work with it. So yeah. Oh, these stamps I will show you guys later in another video. I just took those out because I was really excited about them, but they have nothing to do with birthday anything, like, at all. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so I just finished going around and adding more of the dots for the cake, because I felt like the dots had gotten lost with the shading and blending I was doing. And I went ahead and I fixed the numbers, but yeah, I don't know. I decided against having it so far over. It just didn't look right to me, so I don't know what I'm going to do about this spot, but hopefully I can figure something out, because it's bothering me. It's bothering me. Maybe I can do like a seal or something. I honestly have no idea. I don't know. I need to do something because I don't like how that looks, but at the moment, yeah, I can't think of anything to do, so. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and stamp and heat emboss this. Now for this, I'm going to use something I haven't used before, as evidenced by how it's stored. Okay, so I have this Stamparatus by Stampin' Up. Now the reason why I want to use this is because I don't want to take too long putting down my Versamark. I just want to do it all in one go. And using this is going to give me exactly what I want. Just it being quick, it being accurate and quick. I'm going to be honest, I have not used this like at all. So this is my first time. Let's see here. So we have this, and my magnets are with my other Misty. There's actually a storage spot for magnets here and here, which is great because they're separate. And I did buy extra magnets, but I just grabbed the ones from out of my Sweet Petunia, my Misty. I know, why do I have two stamping platforms? You can see. why now? And I do have the Tim Holtz platform also. I don't plan on buying any other platforms, you guys, so please, no judgment. There is a reason, as you can see now, why I'm using this, why I purchased this. But I got the Tim Holtz platform first, and while I like it, but then I still purchased this. But I've had the Misty for like since the beginning. I want to have the word birthday at the top, and then the word candles, and pretty sure I did it like this. Now I could just cut these. This does not affect the stamping at all whatsoever. I just get exactly what I want, which is the word birthday, and I don't have to worry about masking and all of that jazz. Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness. I am so glad I did that. You guys, look, it is beautiful. And I had my gun under my paper just to make sure I didn't get, I didn't want to affect the color at all from the top. And as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but I tried to like prop my numbers up so they look like they're raised off of my cake. I'm gonna go back. I'm just used to my Misty. I like the pink color. I like that it pops. The one thing that's just a downside to the Stampin' Up! Tools is they're not vibrant enough for me. I don't need everything to be like in your face, but I do like the color of the Misty, although it's dirty. Okay, I am absolutely in love with the sentiment being heat embossed. It's just so perfect, like so perfect for a birthday. Now I took just a black piece of cardstock and I went ahead and I stamped out this sentiment that I pointed to earlier, have your cake and eat it too, and I just did it. I did it repeatedly. I was going to use the exclamation point and you can kind of see it a little bit there, but then I decided against it, so then I just used my tool here to get rid of that, and you can still see it like a little bit, but honestly it's minor. And again, this is a handmade card, so you know there's nothing wrong with a small error here and there. All right, I need to cut this down. Oh, I decided to use this piece of cardstock, which is Purple Posy, and I need to get a piece for my stash. Because I was just going to use black, but I was like, you know what, with the cake and the black text and then this black strip here, I said I'd do a strip at the top and the bottom, but honestly I think I just like the strip at the bottom. Having a black background would be too much, so I decided on this light background, which kind of picks up the icing on the cake here. My card is complete. I am very excited, as always. I'm always excited when I finish a project. This was a labor of love, I will definitely say. The cake was really getting me, and then trying to figure out a layout, and then just trying to have everything come together and look done. It was kind of a feat a little bit. I paused a lot, I kind of reverted back to my old self, and yeah, I eventually got my rear in gear and just started doing, because like I say, and I trying to do what I say. I just have to do. I can't just keep thoughts in my head and think about what might look good. I actually just need to do it and see it, because paper, it's paper. You need to play with it and create to, you know, get something to look nice. So I have been making tons of Christmas cards. As you can see, lately I've been doing like commissions here and there. I've done housewarming cards, so on and so forth. Birthday cards aren't really my thing, but I'm trying to like venture into making birthday cards because I got a few extra stamps for my birthday stash, which I'll talk about later. I realized that part of my stash didn't really have anything, and then I had thoughts of, okay, do I actually want to create birthday cards on somewhat of a regular basis and just like have them, or do I just want to make them for particular people and, you know, work on it with thoughts of that person in mind. So my sister likes purple. That is why I created this card with a lot of purple. The yellow is just because, you know, candles are yellow, and I needed something to pop over here because I just did not want this to be white. I didn't want it to be black. The yellow, like from the candles, just helped. So again, I'll do a really quick recap because there's so many parts to this video. I'm not sure if I'm going to share outright the complete process, or I know for some parts I just literally paused because I was so stumped by this coloring. I didn't record anything. Here is the stamp. I love this cake stamp. I love, like I said, again, the design, the style, the way the artist drew it. It's just very cute. It is quite large, so again, it was a big challenge for me, but I was happy to own this because you can put things on the inside. And as you guys know, I love to layer my stamps in. You know, I love things being versatile. So anything where I can incorporate other stamps or items, I absolutely love. So I automatically knew I wanted to place something inside here. And coloring that was a feat, but I accomplished it with almost every purple Copic I owned. I used all of these Copics, no stuff, on this cake. Yeah, so have fun if you have some alcohol markers and want to attempt something similar. I colored, I flicked, I blended, I did dots, I did some of everything. I am pleased with how it looks. I do want to do it again, but it's not happening anytime soon. No, not this weekend anyhow. So after I did the cake, I knew I wanted to use these awesome numbers from this stamp set here. This is so cute. I was really happy to get this. I did have to fussy cut these. I need to realign my scan and cut, but I was being lazy. I didn't want to get the paper, have it go through. I just fussy cut these out, and then I added the flame at the top here. That flame is actually from my other stamp set, which I was excited to play with. This Sweet Treat stamp set. If you guys notice the theme, I like sweets and I like things drawn a certain way, but anyhow, I took the flame from this candle here to put on top here. I just liked how these look like they're sticking into the cake, and I did use some foam tape to prop these up a little bit. I wish there was black foam tape, or if there is black foam tape, I need to buy some. I should look that up. Anyhow, so I propped those up. I used foam tape on the top of the numbers, then on the bottom I just glued them flat so it looks like the numbers are sitting up, which is, you know, kind of the look you get when you stick numbers in a cake. Kind of cool, right? So you can see they're a little propped up, and I like that little element. I think that's a nice surprise. I did use foam tape on this little seal I created also, but anyhow, that's where the candle's from, and I colored that with Copic markers and tried to make it look like flames, because before when I colored it, I just did the same colors as the numbers, which is incorrect. So that's that. And I knew I wanted to heat emboss the sentiment because I want it to really stand out. After I did that, I noticed it made it look like the frosting lettering that you get when you put it on a cake. So that's kind of cool, and you can see it shine. There you go. It did not affect my Copic coloring at all. That was swell. Then this seal here, that was like a little afterthought. So that seal is from this set here. It's just these pieces. These are just extras I threw in the container. But this is from the Stampin' Up! Set Circle of Friendship. It's just a really cute birthday seal, and I'm really glad I have all these seals just because I like seals, and I like just, you know, popping something on. It just makes it look neat. Then I have these Holtz Thinlits, and I decided to use this one here from this set, which I housed the seal on. I originally just had the seal by itself to cover up a little error over here, but I was like, okay, I need this to sit on something that has some dimension. And this, I don't know, kind of looks like a starburst, I guess. I don't know what the word is, but it's really cool. I like the ridges on it. It kind of just reminds me of like packaging for like a pack of cookies or something. This border here I created by using this stamp set as I was going through my birthday stamps that I do have in my stash. This sentiment, have your cake and eat it too, from this Lawn Fawn set was just too cute. I like absolutely had to use it, especially since I have this large cake here. So I just used some white pigment ink and just did repeat stamping twice, and I left it plain. There's so much going on this card. I didn't need a whole lot going on with this border. Like, I don't like busyness and mess, but I like things to be present. I don't know, it's hard to define my style. For this background, what I decided, as you can see, I just went with a whole lot of layering because I wanted to pick up the color from the cake, but I also liked this script background that I found in my stash that I told you guys about, or if I didn't include that clip, you didn't hear. But I found this dictionary background piece of cardstock that I created. It was in cream, but I stamped this out on white, and then I just turned it to the side because I wish I had a background stamp that just said happy birthday repeatedly, or like happy birthday and song, but I don't have that. So the next best thing was just a whole lot of words you can't really make out, and that'll do. And then, like I said, I wanted to use a pop of color, so I chose this purple cardstock here, just threw it in the back, and then I housed everything on black just because I wanted everything to look integrated, and I felt like the black just brought all the pieces together. Like, there's black on the cake, there's black on the script, this border I created, it's on black, this still has black, like it just makes everything come together. I finished this off with my Nuvo drops just for a little bit of shine and for something like extra that I needed. And then on the inside, I just did the little border at the top and bottom and used the wishing you much happiness today and always, which is so cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me create this card, and I hope you all do something crafty that makes your heart happy. Challenge yourself to make a card outside of your comfort zone. As you can see, I am all about Christmas, and I managed to get out a birthday card. So there might be more to come. All right, you guys, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.